So good evening everyone and welcome back again in another weekly market outlook. I hope you are good and enjoying your weekend, getting ready for next week. So as you guys know that we are in January and market is normal, behaving normally, and the opportunities are in making. So hopefully you have done good last week. All right. So let's move on. So let's move on. So if anyone want to join us, just simply go to the techtradingacademy.com, check the levels, membership levels, and you can check the group training, you can check the one-on-one training. So if you are looking for further information, just simply fill that form and send that form to me for further information. So I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. So if you are looking for social sites or links where you can follow me for ideas and updates, just go to my TradingView profile and check the signature box. Check the signature box. You're gonna see links are there. Website and YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Slack group, which is paid, and Telegram. All right, now let's move on to the setups for this week. So I have already posted some setups on the TradingView. Hope you guys have gone through. If you haven't, go and look at them. Some of them are having very good potential in coming weeks. So first of all, the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar. So as you guys know that this pair is sitting at the bottom and waiting for price to rise. So very nice opportunities in making. All right, so if you guys remember that last time we were selling this pair from that top, all right, and we got a very nice big run on it, and now we are looking for this to reverse for longer term. Yeah, last time if you guys remember, we were looking for it to reverse from there, from these lows. We got a very nice run as well for the upside, so hopefully we're gonna get this run as well. Yeah, so we need some good fundamental news on the Australian dollar, which gonna drive that move aggressively for upside, similar way the way you guys have seen the previous move. So price is testing the bottom, right? So it slightly can push lower. So you guys are watching price next week at this low, how price is going to do. All right, so if break below, let this to push slightly lower or let it form new low. All right, so your first trade going to be that short-term move. All right, okay, that short-term move. So if that short-term buy is going to be very aggressive like that, all right, so then stay into that trade for longer term. If that move is not going to be aggressive, all right, and going to be very much similar like that corrective move, okay, so you can take off your profit over there and then you again short-term sell and then again look for it to buy for longer term. Okay, this is what you are looking on the Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar for reversal for longer term. Yeah, so good opportunity is in making. If price is at the low, is sitting at the bottom, you're watching it to reverse for longer term. All right, so those who got the buy last time from this low, they know that where price is right now. All right, so interesting and chart to watch. Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is in a bigger correction, you guys can see that, all right, or bigger flag. Okay, the bigger flag is in making, which is very much similar like the previous bigger flag behind, if you guys remember that. So we got the move and the correction is in making, or you can see that ABC move, or you can see that WXY or WXYZ, whatever you want to call that, but you guys can see that this is a flag, big flag, all right, so which is going to break up in longer run. All right, so there is still possibility, as you guys know that last time I told you that price needs to go back to that trend line or need to correct over there for one more drop. Okay, so this one more drop still can happen and can give you a very nice longer term buy opportunity around $4,000 or 450 or close to the 3,000. All right, so this short term trade is still possible. Yeah, so if you are buying a Bitcoin for longer term around $9,000, this is not a good place to go long on the Bitcoin for longer term buys. All right, so let the price dip for another short-term move back at the lows, or at least new low within that flag. Then you are looking for this to continue to go higher, right? So there you need to keep an eye. So currently flag is in making on lower time frame, which can break out. Okay, so there you need a correction on lower time frame, and that correction to break down very aggressively and go down. So similar way the price has done there, all right, so within these areas on lower time frame. So when we're going to look at the lower time frame, we'll talk about that. So a buy is also possible. We are not anticipating the buy for continuation, all right? So this move is also can happen, but currently we are not anticipating that move, all right? Okay, so Bitcoin and New Zealand dollar and CAD, last week we were looking for this to break up. We got the breakout and price is slowly pushing up. All right, so this is also a good opportunity is in making. We are expecting it to continue with the previous trend. Hopefully you guys remember the bigger time frame analysis from the bottom. All right, so we were looking for reversal from these areas, so hopefully you remember that chart too. So EURCAD. All right, so EURCAD bounced off very aggressively, then reversed back to the bottom again. All right, so if you bought this last time, all right, and took some profit on it, yes, again, buy opportunities in making for the next week. All right, so we look at the bigger time frame as well. And dollar CAD is doing really good. Broke out very aggressively from the bottom, and going into a bigger direction, the direction which we were anticipating from that bottom. All right, so it's going into that direction. So next week continuation trade. Yeah, so we look at that chart as well, and once price gonna reach to the top again, sell the way you guys were doing last time from the top. Okay, from that top. So we look at this chart. So almost this opportunity, this short-term opportunity, is gone. We need another correction, which is in making for more upside. So dollar yen is also doing good so far from that top. Hopefully you guys remember the previous weekly market outlook. We were looking for dollar yen to drop from that top, all right? So it's coming down slowly. Next week correction to happen, and you still can join that trade, all right? And once you get into that trade, watch it how far that trade goes, all right? So your target should be this bottom first, all right? Okay, where price can hold and can go for another up move. Okay, break that bottom aggressively, boom, this kind of wave, all right? Or maybe we can have that kind of sharp sell on it, yeah? But fundamentals are not supporting that sharp sell at the moment on the dollar yen. All right, so dollar yen also doing well. Pound CAD. Next week, pound pair is going to be under consideration, yeah? We are having 31st of January, and the pound pairs can move aggressively next week. So currently, yeah, there is possibility that the pound CAD still can go back at the bottom. Yeah, so last week, the previous week, I was asking you to pay attention at that bottom for pound CAD to go higher. Yeah. So we'll look at that, right? So on lower time frame. So currently it is forming correction over there, but we are not anticipating push up for next week, all right? There is possibility that the pound still can go down for one more drop before going to continue to go higher like that. Okay, so we'll look at that on lower time frame. Pound CAD. So that was also a good opportunity. Pound dollar too. All right, so pound dollar too, pound dollar also, forming similar kind of pattern formation. Yeah, so triangle was in making. So we're gonna look at that chart on lower time frame as well. Okay, so Yeah. Yes. A dollar yen short term buy was there, so we were buying short term, and we got that short term opportunity. Yeah, short term buy, and then we were looking for sell. So we are already into the sell from the top on the dollar yen. Okay, now the next is this. All right, so correct on lower time frame and keep pushing lower for more downside. All right, and Australian dollar broke out, went higher, and then went lower. So short term buy was there on that day. So that short term buy, small profit, you guys can see that, or a break even trade. Yeah, and now we're gonna look at the bigger time frame, what to do on the Australian dollar. Yeah, so CAD yen also doing good. Yeah, CAD yen also doing good. It went lower aggressively from the top. Hope you guys remember the previous weekly market outlook. We were looking for this to drop from the top. All right, now the updated chart is this for the next week. All right, so hold that bottom and go back up, or give us a correction over there and then continue the bearish trend. Okay, so as I told you last time as well, that guys, we need uncertainty. All right, so last week I think Donald Trump has introduced more tariffs on aluminium, and I think because of that we are having some strength on the yen and the weaknesses on the equities. All right, so again, keep that trick in mind. Buy equities on dip and sell, uh, buy yen, buy equities on dip and buy yen when equities are dipping. All right, so you're gonna be profitable. All right, yen will always get stronger when equity is gonna be under pressure. So that's the CAD yen. All right, so we are anticipating that kind of move on the yen period. Okay, that kind of move in longer run. So good opportunities also in making on the CAD yen, wedges in making, which gonna break down in longer run. So we look at that on lower time frame as well. So dollar peso. So we are doing trading on it on lower time frame nicely, short term profit taking, yeah, and looking for that big wave, yeah. Whenever dollar Mexican dollar peso is going lower, we are looking for buy on it, all right. So we'll show you on lower time frame how to buy this, all right. So if you're gonna buy and gonna hold it for upside, uh, yeah, so that's not gonna work, all right. That's not gonna work. So trade it on lower time frame every time when it is going lower. All right, let's say it is going 1865, 1860. Watch those areas for buy. All right, and once you buy at those areas 1865, 1860, and price is pushing higher within the channel, watch it to break that channel aggressively for upside. And if breaking aggressively, stay into the trade for longer term. Yeah, if not breaking, take off your profit for short term, let the price come back at the lows again and buy it again. All right, so you are looking for that kind of aggressive move. If not that, then at least that kind of short to medium term buy. Okay, there is the updated chart. So we are trading on it. We are buying the dips and taking short-term profit. This is actually, counter trend trading, trading against the trend. That's the trend, okay? That's the trend, counter trend trading. But once that trend gonna reverse, potential gonna be so huge over there, all right? So if you know how to counter the trend, perfect. If you don't know, then trade with care against the trend. Okay, this is a trend for the downside. And we believe that that trend gonna break up very aggressively very soon. All right, so something like that gonna happen. Aggressive move gonna happen over there for upside. So watch it at the lows. Right, every time when prices come in at the lows, watch it. Yeah, so this one more drop can happen. So we were looking for buy already. This. So let me stop this, guys. Let me stop this. All right, so you can't draw anymore. So stopped. So now let's move on. Okay, so price still can push lower for one more drop like that, all right? It can still push more lower. So you are paying attention at the previous bottom, 1860, 65, 1860, 1865 within these areas, okay? And looking for that short move to happen. So we look at the bigger time frame as well and lower time frame as well. So once we're going to start looking at the chart. So dollar peso is also a good opportunities in making, all right? And natural gas as well, all right? Natural gas as well. So natural gas broke the $2 barrier for the downside. So we were anticipating that the natural gas going to hold the $2 and going to reverse, but it broke the $2 spot. So the important point to note here is that the let's bring a chart first, right? So the important point here is that some companies, those who are in this business, yeah, those who are directly mining the natural gas, all right, so they are underwater at the moment, right? So there you got the chart. Okay, those companies. So stock price performance of natural gas companies versus the S&P 500 for S&P 500 for the year 2019. So they are going down, right? So they are going down. All right, so they are going down. So guys, do you hear me? Sound is okay? Everything is fine? Sound good? Great. Thank you. So there is the point to note, all right? So their shares are, you know, not doing good as with compared to the S&P 500. Okay, so they are going down, but they cannot keep going down. All right. So the problem is we are having a lot of supply. All right. So a lot of natural gas supply, which is driving the prices lower. Okay. So it looks like I have to kick out this guy who's just trying. All right. So just a second, guys. Let me start again. Let me start the Zoom again. All right. So those who are on the Zoom, let me start the Zoom again, guys. So is everything fine on the YouTube? Do we have sound on the YouTube? All right, just bear with me in the, yeah, let me fix this issue, right? So let's go to the live on the Facebook. Yeah, because I'm not speaking, just bear with me. Let me fix this, all right? So let me go to live onto the Facebook and then done. So can you draw on my screen, guys, now? Let me know those who are on the Zoom. Can you draw on my screen? No, yeah, so fixed. Okay, just a second. Let me go to live on the Facebook. So we were talking about the natural gas, all right? So natural gas price is pushing lower, all right? So it is because of the supply, right? So we are having a lot of supply, and because of that supply, price is under pressure, yeah. And some companies are producing natural gas as a byproduct, not a direct product, right? And which is also driving the prices lower, right? But price cannot keep pushing lower, right? At some point, you guys are going to see that companies going to stop exploring the natural gas, and we're going to see push up aggressive, strength on the natural gas. Natural gas going to go higher aggressively, yeah. And the other, one other reason is that the weather is not, cold. Weather is warm, so that is also a reason for the natural gas price to drop, right? Okay, and this is what you are looking for, all right? So price still can push lower. 160 is the previous low, is the historical low, and 160 is the historical low, right? And one more, drop can happen over there, but you're anticipating strength over there, very, very aggressive move to happen. All right, and the average price is the $3. Okay, so the point to note here is that the cost is around 250 on the natural gas. All right, so those companies which are mining, which are exploring the natural gas, if price keep pushing lower, their business cannot sustain for longer term. All right, they cannot stay into this business for longer term. Yeah, and eventually they have to stop, or you know they have to hold on for a while on the natural gas, all right? So if you go back to the oil chart and look at the oil in 2016, oil was also under pressure in 2016 because we were having a lot of supply at that time in 2016, and the oil price was at the 25, 28, around $30, right? And then, supply issue over, and then we have seen, strength on the oil prices. Okay, so that's the opportunity to watch for longer term, right? The natural gas. So first of all, let's look at the oil chart, all right? Just for your understanding. Okay, so there you can see that we had a lot of oil supply at that time. So we are looking at the UK oil, all right? And in 2016, price was around 25 to 30. Yeah, so a lot of supply, and when that supply issue over, price went higher. So we are having similar problem with the natural gas this time. Okay, so price cannot go further downside, or it cannot stay, at the below $2 for longer term. Yeah, it has to reverse from $2. So hopefully you understand. Now let's look at the currencies, and then we're gonna go to the others later on. So dollar index first. Dollar index still running within that ascending channel, all right? So ascending channel still in play, and we are having expanding triangle is in formation there. Okay, before that, if you guys remember that, I told you that once price gonna go to that top, we're gonna watch this expanding triangle to form, and possible head and shoulder formation. Okay, for a reversal. All right, this possible head and shoulder formation can appear over there, and dollar index can drop. Yeah, means that euro needs to get stronger. All right. So next week, price is pushing. Yeah, previous week, if you guys remember that, we were expecting correction over there, right, which appeared, and the price is slightly pushing higher. So let the price form another correction and push higher and drop, aggressively correct and form that kind of correction or that kind of correction, all right, and go down. So this trade, okay, this trade, all right. So next week you searching price to hold that top and go down, rather than continuation for more upside. Okay, so if you are holding your long position from the bottom, yeah, great, but price is coming close to the top, you start looking for reversal from the top. All right, start looking for reversal. So not expecting that price to hit that top or new high. Okay, this is that's far away. Yeah, this top or that top for the dollar index to go lower. All right, so euro dollar is also pushing lower, going into the channel again, all right, descending channel. So this pattern formation, all right, so this expanding triangle, all right, so price to hold and go back up to that top and then drop, or reversal. So you're not having reasons for the longer term reversal at the moment on the euro dollar, all right. So euro dollar can still stay within that descending channel, all right, and might be a different pattern formation we may see over there, rather than this expanding triangle. All right, for this expanding triangle or ABC move expanded flat, you can see that is a formation for a continuation for more upside. All right, but for that aggressive move, as I told you, that we need stronger fundamental reasons, right, for on euro, right, which is not there at the moment. So lower time frame, all right, so lower time frame, let's check the old chart first. Okay, so price is pushing lower. Okay, so price is pushing lower and going down. All right, going down, so it can push up to 107 in longer run. All right, 107. So for more downside, all right, for more downside, we need another correction over there, which should be similar like the previous one. Okay, if we're gonna have that correction, then euro dollar to keep pushing slowly for the downside. Okay, up to this bottom or new low. So last time buy, if you remember that, yeah, so last time buy chart was there. So once price gonna test the previous bottom or new low, let's say 109, 198, 89, or 1 double 88, So that's going to be a price to go for long on the euro dollar, all right? So that was the buy move from the low, okay? So when euro dollar going to test the previous bottom or low, there going to be opportunity to go long on the euro dollar, all right? And similar, you know, sell opportunity going to be over there on the DXY. So that was the last time buy opportunity, all right? So currently for next week, the opportunity you are watching, either correction, okay, and then go down, or hold the short-term buy first of all, all right? And how far that short-term buy goes, okay? Or go back up to the top, all right? And that expanding triangle formation or expanded flat. All right, so this is where we are going right now, right? So the old chart. Okay, that was the update on the euro dollar. So there, 4-hour time frame. Okay, so watch it, euro at this previous bottom for bounce off, all right? So for bounce off, okay, correct, similar way the way it has done previously, correct, and short-term buy. Okay, and watch how far that move goes, all right? So we need a bounce off from that bottom, all right? If we don't see bounce off and price go for another correction similar like the previous one, okay, then short term one more drop back to that bottom or new low, and then again gonna be a buy opportunity for longer term. All right, so that's the euro dollar. Dollar chief. Dollar chief also bounced up from the bottom. All right, so that's the bigger time frame. That's the old chart. First of all, let's look at that old chart and then the updated chart. All right, so this is where we are going for longer term. Yeah, so dollar is dropping. Dollar dropping. All right, and there we need a correction. Okay, so the bigger correction, which should be similar like that for more downside on the dollar index. All right, or go back up all the way back to that top $1 and then drop. All right, so flat formation. So and this is the updated chart. All right, so dollar chief is in a big sideways market. Okay, so we still can see, I mean, that one more up move back at the previous top $1, right? And on lower time frame, all right, so lower time frame, this is what you are anticipating, all right, for next week. Okay, so price is pushing higher, hold that top, one more drop, okay, and then form new low, then go higher. All right, this is what we are having right now. So we were looking at a reverse from the bottom. The move is not so aggressive or upside, move is corrective. So dollar chief still can draw for one more move. Okay, we can get those updated chart, updates on the Telegram. Right, so let me check quickly. So this is the chart, bigger time frame chart, okay? So this is what we are anticipating. Go back, okay? This move in longer term, go back to the trend. And on lower time frame, we were expecting this move to happen, all right? So last week, in the previous weekly market outlook, I have shown you that formation, all right? And the price action at this area. We got the trade there. We were buying there, right? But we got the break-even trades. We did not see, bullish move, all right? And a buy from the bottom. All right, so this is what we were anticipating. Reversal, sharp reversal. We got the sharp reversal from the bottom. All right, and correction, then the correction to go higher. So now this move is on its way, all right? This move, which can stop at the previous high where we can see expanding triangle, and this is what you are looking at the moment. Okay, so price to struggle there and one more drop and then go higher. Okay, possibly new low, all right, within that expanding triangle, all right, new low. Okay, there you are having the updated chart. Okay, there you are having the updated chart on the dollar chief, and all right, so keep pushing higher. All right, so keep pushing higher slowly and drop aggressively, okay, and correct over there. All right, and one more drop. Okay, if that one more drop is going to be aggressive, new low. All right, if not not going to be aggressive, corrective drop, then start looking for reversal from the previous bottom. So short term sell we still can see on the dollar sheet for one more drop. All right. Okay, so that's your dollar sheet chart. It can push lower up to this bottom, all right, this bottom, and again can go back up. So that's the dollar sheet chart. So short-term continuation. Dollar CAD is going up. Okay, bigger time frame. Weekly chart is similar like the last time, hasn't changed a lot, but it has changed on the lower time frame, daily time frame. All right, so there you got the move which we were anticipating. All right, price is going into that direction. So we got the breakout. In the previous weekly market outlook, we were anticipating a reversal. We got the reversal. Okay, now next week correct over there and go higher. And once price gonna test the 33 or this previous top, all right? So start looking for this move again, the move which we were having last time on it, all right? That trade. So that was the updated chart. So we were looking for buy on the dollar CAD, all right? And we are still expecting that the dollar CAD gonna push more higher. So charts are there on the Telegram. Okay, so similar correction again on the dollar CAD, all right? The correction which we have just seen, that was slightly bigger. That was on the daily time frame, all right? But if the correction is going to be bigger again, then, you know, look for it to push up, all right? So that was the chart, okay? This is what we were anticipating. This is what we were looking for. Correct on lower time frame, 1 hour time frame, and continue to go higher. All right, and we were anticipating, flat formation, this top to break. If not, then test the low again and give us a buy opportunity. Yeah, so price did not broke the top and gave us buy opportunity again at the bottom. All right, and yeah, we were buying it from the bottom. So a couple of, you know, couple of good trades we are having. All right, so even I have shown you that in the previous weekly market outlook from this place, yeah, this correction to go lower, yeah, and on that day when we were having read the CN on that, yeah, so this move, so this trade is is on its way. Okay, this wave is on its way, yeah, that wave. So a breakout, okay, that was the breakout chart. So similar analysis or similar, you know, again this week, right? Similar, yeah, similar. Hopefully you guys remember the previous chart, yeah, this chart. And let me go to that chart first, just for your reminder. You're gonna get some understanding from there. Okay, let me check if we do have that chart on a 4-hour time frame. Mm, there we do have that chart there. Yeah, there is it is on the 8-hour time frame. So there you got. Okay, so this is what we were anticipating at that time. Okay, that wave, and that was the correction, which is very much similar like the last week, which this last week correction which broke out. Okay, and that was the updated chart. All right, after the next week, which happened on lower time frame. So similar again next week. All right, so those who are having already their long positions from the bottom, you are looking for another correction to form similar like this chart. All right, and next push up and then drop. All right, so next week a dollar CAD to push up for one more and go to the 33 and then drop. All right, from 33. So there you got the correction. All right, that was the correction. Okay, there. So we were looking for buy at that time too at this area. Okay, this short-term move. So similar kind of move or wave you're looking for next week, and price to go up to 33, test the 33 and start going lower. Okay, so this correction is in making. Okay, slightly can get bigger. All right, so slightly can get bigger. All right, so once price gonna complete that, or if price come close to the trend line, okay, look for it to push up for one more up move and from the top go lower. Okay, sell setup is not there. We are not anticipating dollar CAD to drop. Okay, so if in case if during the week we are going to see price action for dollar CAD more, I mean drop, I'll try my best to update the charts. All right, so that shot them up, and once dollar CAD gonna test the top, again start looking for the sells from the top. Pound dollar. Okay, pound dollar gonna be under consideration for next week. Okay, so weekly chart is same like last time, hasn't changed a lot. Right, but on current time frame we are having, you know, a bigger correction. Right, so next week is the deadline for the Brexit, and this triangle is in making. All right, and we are anticipating this triangle to break out and continue to go higher. All right, and price to maintain that trend for upside, and 145, 146 or 150, those areas in longer run. So for short term, one more drop. All right, for short to medium term, for next week, pound to drop. Okay, so buy was there previously, yeah, so last week in the previous weekly market outlook, yeah. So if you have taken that trade, great. If you haven't taken that trade, all right, then you know, price is not at a best place to go for long on the pound for longer term upside. All right, so we can see one more drop. All right, so this one more drop can happen back at the 28 or 28.50 within these areas before going to continue to go higher for longer term. All right, so next week you are looking for pound to go down, so make sure you trade with care for on pound pairs. All right, for next week, as you guys know that pound is is a volatile currency, yeah, and very sensitive to the Brexit. Okay, so you have seen the result there. Okay, 500 pip move was there within seconds. All right, that 500 pip move was there within seconds when we had the election result. All right, okay, so it's a volatile. 31st is a deadline. Okay, so trade with care any direction if you are trading on the pound pairs. So correct there on lower time frame. It is already correcting. All right, so and take that short-term trade for the downside. Okay, this short-term trade. Okay, up to this previous bottom or the trend line or 29 or 28.50. Yeah, if price goes there, that's going to be the price to watch pound dollar to reverse for longer term. Yeah, but this to go down for next week. All right, so short term one more drop. Make sure you trade with care on the pound pairs. Okay, they are volatile. Okay, so corrections you guys can see there are in making on lower time frame. All right, So this correction to slightly get bigger, all right, and continue to go lower back at this bottom or new low. So trade with care on the pound pair, guys. So we are short to medium term bearish for next week on the pound, all right, and we'll see how price going to do after that. Okay, but this is what you are having. Okay, in longer run. Okay, it can break up. You see that the arrow is showing over there. So trade with care for the on the pound pairs. Okay, yeah, opportunities are there on the pound pairs, but you know, risk is also there. Okay, so my pound chief chart also going to be very much similar to the pound dollar chart. Weekly chart is bullish for longer term, keep pushing higher for longer term, right? And similar behavior we are having on it on current price at the weekly time frame, all right? So uh, similar kind of, you know, expanding triangle and continuation for more upside. Uncertainty is still there. Hopefully that uncertainty gonna go away next week. All right, so there is a correction, okay, which can break out and can continue to go higher. All right, so we are, this chart is showing you neutral analysis. All right, we can see one more drop and new low, this ABC, bigger ABC move, and then, you know, a continuation from 618 of this previous move. Okay, so trade with care on the pound pair. So we are looking pound chief to also break out for upside. Okay, but short term one more drop can happen that we have just shown you on the pound dollar US dollar. Okay, so this correction, okay, this trend, so breakout and continue to go higher. So neutral analysis, guys, it can break out and can continue to go higher. Okay, so trade with care on it, right? And we still can see one more drop. As you guys know that in the last weekly market outlook, I told you we are bullish on both pairs. We are bullish on the pound chief, we are bullish on the euro pound, all right? Okay, so both are gonna rise. Okay, either euro pound gonna rise or the pound chief gonna rise, all right? So if you are buying both pairs at the same time, then this means that one of your trade gonna be stopped out, all right? So euro pound. So euro pound, let's go to the weekly time frame. Okay, so this is what we are anticipating. Right, and on lower time frame, you are looking this ABC move to continue to go higher. All right, this to correct and continue to go higher. All right, so yeah, I have shown you that in the previous weekly market outlook as well, right? I mean, the correction is in making, okay? Correction is in making, and the euro to get strong against the pound. Okay, so correct there on 15-minute time frame and continue to go higher. Yeah, if don't break out on 15-minute time frame, then go down, test the bottom, and then, you know, bounce up from the previous bottom, 83, and then reverse. So reverse, all right, euro pound to reverse. Pound CAD, same analysis like the pound dollar chart. All right, so the buy was there when price was sitting at the bottom, all right? So in the previous weekly market outlook, we have seen that. Okay, so this is what we are anticipating, and on the bigger weekly time frame chart, pound to go more higher after this Brexit deadline, all right? So this weekly chart is also in play, all right? So reversed a lot from the bottom, and on On a lower time frame, very much same analysis like the pound dollar chart. Right, so correction there on 15-minute time frame. Yeah, on the lower time frame, one more drop. How far that move goes, track it. Okay, if break below that bottom and hit the trend, all right, then continue to go higher. Okay, same analysis like the pound dollar. Hopefully you guys remember the pound dollar analysis. Okay, so there, go down the lower time frame, keep eyes on these corrections which are in making. Okay, correction already broken down, another to form and break down. Again, trade with care on the pound pairs. All right, so pound yen is also similar like that. All right, so weekly chart. All right, so weekly chart, reverse from the bottom, similar price action is forming like the other pound pairs. All right, and we are looking for more upside for longer term, and short term short to medium term, one more drop. All right, same drop, the drop which we were talking about in the last weekly market outlook. Okay, so there, one more drop. Again, trade with care on the pound pairs, guys. Okay, short term correction, one more drop, test the previous lows, and then continue to go higher. Okay, so same structure like the other pound pairs. So you can see one more drop on it. So go to the lower time frame. Watch another correction there, similar like the other pound pairs. Okay, once that correction gonna complete, put your stop behind that and look for it to continue to go lower. Okay, so trade with care. This is a counter trend trade, all right? So sell is a counter trend. And pound Australian dollar. Pound Australian dollar is also pushing higher. All right, so pound Australian dollar is still running within this ascending channel. You can see that, or a bigger flag. All right, this bigger flag. So next week, this ABC move to drop. All right. Okay, this ABC move to drop. We are not anticipating that to go that much far away, but this ABC move to drop, okay, up to this area. So watch it how far that goes. When you are selling it, keep in your mind that there is a room, okay, for more upside, that the pound Australian dollar still can push up to the previous high before going to drop. Yeah, so kind of neutral analysis we are having on the pound pairs for the next week, guys. It's an uncertain week again. Yeah, not like before, but again, it is uncertain, okay? So trade with care on the pound pairs, right? So we're gonna have certainty after 31st once UK gonna leave, right? So then they're gonna talk about the trading relations, what kind of trading relations UK gonna have with the EU. Okay, so same push up, we can see that, or one more drop. So next week short-term move is already happened on the pound New Zealand dollar. All right, short-term move is already happened on the pound New Zealand dollar. All right, and yeah, this flag to break down. Okay, this ABC move, which is very much similar like the pound Australian dollar, that to continue to go lower. Now let's look at the dollar Mexicano, dollar Mexican peso chart. You guys have seen there, right? This is what we are anticipating. Okay, one more drop can happen. Okay, one more drop can happen. Price can test this previous bottom or new low. All right, and this channel to break out for upside reversal. Okay, so you're looking for dollar peso to reverse from the lows. Okay, so it's coming down still in a sideways market and testing the bottom, all right? The previous bottom. So chart is same like the previous weekly market outlook. Okay, this channel to break out. Yeah, if we're gonna go to the bigger time frame chart, all right, this can break down. So when you go long, okay, keep in your mind that price can break down for one more drop. All right, and we can see that bigger ABC move before going to continue to go higher. Yeah, so that's your dollar peso chart. So watch it on lower time frame for buy, right? And if break up, stay in. If don't, take your profit off. All right, so these are the places to watch for buy. So we were, buying, taking profit, buying within these areas, yeah, taking profit, yeah, buying, taking profit. All right, so buying, taking profit. So if again price come close to the bottom, you go for short term buy first, counter trend trade, yeah, and watch it to break the descending channel. All right, and once price gonna break up, stay in. All right, okay, watch it to come down and break up aggressively. Good luck. Okay, so natural gas chart you guys have just seen the bigger time frame chart. All right, so we have seen price at 160 in 2016, yeah, when oil was also cheap. And I think we have seen in 1990 to 2000, yeah, price dipped also up to 105. Natural gas dipped up to 105, and it is dipping again, right? So we were not anticipating that the natural gas price going to go that much far away up to 150 yet. So it's going, right? It's going, but creating opportunity for longer term. All right. So on lower time frame, you watching it to aggressively reverse from the current price. All right, or go down for one more drop up to 160. All right, so it can go up to 160. All right, it can break down that correction the way it has done there. All right, and can attack the 160 before going to reverse. Okay, so if you are selling the natural gas for downside, then trade with care. Okay, so look for it to bounce off from the bottom, break and reverse. $3 is the average price. Okay, so price should stay above 2.50 for the companies to generate reasonable cash flow for their business. All right. So EUROCHF is still pushing lower in a downtrend. All right, on a bigger weekly time frame chart. This is what we are anticipating. Give us at least another correction there and then break down, okay? Or reverse for longer term, okay? Go back to that top. So price is in a bearish trend, okay? Going into that bottom, this bottom. So if we are going to see another, drop up to, 104 or up to this previous bottom, $1, right? Let me correct my chart first, then we're gonna move on. So price can continue to keep pushing up to 98, all right? 98, 90, 98 or 90, 97, all right? 98 or 90, 97. Okay, but for that, it has to correct at least before going to continue to go lower. So on lower time frame, prices still in a downtrend, still pushing lower, and we are anticipating this downtrend to break out aggressively. Okay, correct and that trade. Okay, and if this is going to be reversal for more upside, then stay in and add more on correction. All right. If not, then correct, similar like the previous correction, and continue to go more lower. All right. So similar like that. Okay, correct and continue to go lower. So short. So again, count. This is a counter trend trade. Buy from the bottoms, and for that wash your lower time frame. So price is still bearish. Okay, still bearish, and you expecting it to rise very aggressively. Okay, and once price rise, watch it to go for high. EURCAD chart. Okay, EURCAD in a bigger time frame is same analysis. Right, so this is what we are looking. EURCAD can break the bottom and can push lower up to 37 or 35 before going to reverse for longer term. So we are not anticipating breakdown. Okay, we are anticipating it to go back up. All right, up to 147. So same again, like last time, guys. You're looking for this move. All right. So we get a couple of good trades already on NATO, right? So these trades we got already these trades. Yeah, but we are looking it to go there. Tag the top, right? Tag the previous high. So you're watching it again for the next week to bounce up from the bottom and this channel to break out very aggressively and reverse. Okay, if not breaking up, right? This channel is not breaking up. Let the price test the 44.60 or 44, 1.44, and then you are looking for it to reverse from there. Okay, or keep your keep eyes there at this previous low and price to bounce off very aggressively. You can see their price is bouncing off, and I have shown you example what to look for in the previous weekly market outlook if you remember. So same again. Okay, so Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar also sitting at the bottom, forming opportunity. Yeah, this is what we are anticipating for longer term on lower time frame. On daily time frame, this expanding triangle to form, price to reverse, go up to 110. All right, this move to happen, and on a 4-hour time frame, price to form new low, right? Break that bottom, form new low, and then reverse. Okay, or hold the previous bottom. So reversal. Dollar yen. Dollar yen is simply dropping. All right, that's what we are looking on the dollar yen. This is what you are anticipating on the lower time frame. All right, on lower time frame. Okay, so this move for next week. Yeah, and price to break that bottom. Okay, if not breaking that bottom, not going lower, take off and go back up. All right, this is what you're looking for. Turn into a correction, or this correction, expanding triangle, or break lower, correct for another time and continue to go lower. Corrections are already there. Okay, so just keep an eye on those corrections. For example, okay, dollar yen to go down, and euro yen also went lower. Yeah, so if you remember, I asked you to pay attention at the previous high for the euro yen to go lower. So euro yen is pushing lower and still within a correction, that bigger correction, all right? And currently testing the previous low, testing 120.50. Yeah, it can hold that and can bounce off for another move back at the 23, all right? 23. So if it is going to bounce off up to 123, there are going to be again, medium to longer term sell opportunity on the euro yen back at the previous lows, all right? Back at this previous bottom. So euro yen is in a very nice downtrend, and we are having that bigger weekly correction, the correction which we were anticipating from the lows. So let's look at the chart, the sell opportunity. which we were anticipating. Okay, this is what I have asked you to look for in the previous weekly market outlook. Okay, so euro yen is pushing lower and testing that bottom. All right, so we can see another up move like that. Okay, another up move like that. Okay, so there's going to be a short-term buy, then back to that bottom or new high. But again, there's going to be a break, I mean, longer-term opportunity for this weekly correction to break down for downside. Okay, this, right? That's the updated chart, and this is the bigger time frame chart and lower time frame 6R. Okay, there. Okay, there we need a correction for more downside. Okay, correction, and that correction to break down for more downside. Okay, so if correction is going to happen, then more downside. Okay, if correction is not going to happen, price is going to bounce off. All right, so keep eye on the euro dollar at the same time as well. 15-minute time frame, if impulse is happening, then one more up move, short term buy back to that top. Okay, and again drop. So if you are buying selling the yen, then make sure you trade with care all the time on the yen. All right, so selling the yen, yeah, so means that selling safe haven. All right, so yen is a safe haven, so trade with care when you are selling the yen. But when you are buying the yen, you can buy the yen even without opening your eyes. You can do that, because your trade's not gonna stuck when you're gonna buy the yen. But when you're gonna sell the yen, your trade's gonna stuck. I mean, more losses you're gonna have. All right. The, the reason is very much simple. Equities are making highs. Okay. If equities keep pushing higher, then yen will keep losing its value. All right. But equities cannot keep pushing higher without correction. All right. There will be correction. Okay. There will be correction at some point on the equities. Right, and when there will be correction, then again pressure going to be over there on the major currencies against the yen gonna gain, right, and gonna drop for another wave, the way which we are looking right now. Okay, from that top. So another correction and keep pushing lower. Okay, if not correction is not going to happen, price is going to bounce off, then let that correction to happen first and then short term buy. But when you're going to go for that short term buy, trade with care, all right? Okay, because the correction is almost done. Okay, this weekly correction is almost done, and it can break down at any time. See there, that weekly correction can break down at any time. So CAD yen, same like euro yen chart. Okay, we got the sell from the top. Okay, and similar analysis, watching that previous bottom price to bounce off on 15-minute time frame and go higher. Okay, and if price is going to test that top, you're looking for it to drop. Okay, if not bouncing off, then correct and then continue to go lower. All right, so it is already correcting on lower time frame. Okay, so already broken down that correction, the 15 to 45-minute time frame. All right, so flat formation, go down. Okay, watch this previous low. If breaking down, stay in for the downside. Okay, if not, bounce off, short term buy, correct, and go back up. Test the top and go down. I was telling you guys that watch the CAD yen for drop from that top, if you remember, all right? Okay, now the drop is happening. There is the drop. Okay, there is the move. So move is happening. So maybe you're not gonna get that price again for the sell on the CAD yen, and this is the start of the big drop on the CAD yen. Okay, so good luck. If price is going to test the top again, you're watching it to drop. Okay, but yeah, okay, this is clear. The wedge is in a weekly correction. Okay, which gonna break down for another move, okay, like that move, okay, or maybe like that aggressive move. All right, so every time, I told you in the previous weekly market outlook, every time when you see that the pairs are forming new high or testing the previous high, you looking them to drop, okay, not just on the CAD yen, not just on the USD yen, not just on the Kiwi yen, yeah, all dollar yen, euro yen, CAD yen, USD yen, Kiwi yen. Okay, if they are going to test the top again, let's see, dollar yen is going to test the top, euro yen is going to test the top. The bigger move you should catch is the drop. All right, so you're looking for top to looking at them to go lower. Okay, so same on this chart. We are in a weekly correction, all right? So this weekly correction is telling us that central banks are still struggling to fix the issue. All right, so first phase deal hasn't fixed the issue. Okay, so something is cooking behind the scenes, which is going to come out very soon. Okay, this correction is telling us that something is about to come, right? So which can give us another drop like that, like the previous one, okay, and then again longer term buy. So we need certainty for that move, for that big move, okay. So price is not pushing aggressively for upside, okay, and turning into a weekly correction. So every time when Uzi, Kiwi, CAD, dollar, or euro, they are testing these previous highs, okay, these previous highs, okay, let's say, are forming new high within this weekly correction. So you're looking for them to drop, okay, looking for them to drop. Okay, now let's look at the lower time frame. Okay, so for next week, Uzi yen to go back up. Okay, if you are in, then you're looking for it to continue to go lower. If not, then go back up and then drop. Okay, so your short-term trade gonna be a counter trend trade for the downside from the top. Yeah, and if drop is going to be so aggressive for the downside, then stay in. Let the price keep pushing lower all the way back at the lows. Okay, so correction, this is not a best place to go for short on the Uzi yen, all right? So the best place going to be to go short on it from the top, okay? If you are already in, great. If you are not in, then let the price form that flat formation, or keep eyes on these lower time frame corrections, all right? If these corrections are keep breaking aggressively to the downside, then you can stay in for the downside, okay? These corrections. Right, these corrections. Okay, form another one and break down and keep pushing lower aggressively the way it has done there. Okay, break above that means that the price is going to test the previous top. Okay, then let the price test the top and then start selling it from the top. So bearish, okay, bearish on the Uzi yen, bearish on the, hopefully you remember that, guys. When price was there, we were looking for that to happen, all right? Longer term reversal or correction for more drop, all right? So reversal looks like it's not there, so correction is there, so let's watch it to drop. Okay, so and that's going to be a great opportunity for more downside. So same analysis on the Kiwi yen. Okay, that's the chart. The lower time frame chart is also similar like that. Okay, so if already short from the top, great. If not, then test the top, similar flat formation, and then drop. Or the corrections which I have just shown you on the Uzi yen on lower time frame, just follow those corrections. We have seen that pound yen chart. Okay, dollar, right? Kiwi dollar. Kiwi getting strong against the dollar. Okay, and we are having that reversal. Okay, there we are having correction. That correction to break out and continue to go higher. All right, so coronavirus has created uncertainty. Because of that, we have seen, you know, yes, you are right. Yeah, because of that, we have seen, some weaknesses on the equities last week. Yeah, yes, that's what I'm showing, all right. But this is not a longer term. This is not the uncertainty which is gonna stay there for longer term, all right? The coronavirus. So at some point they're gonna, overcome on it, and we need something bigger, all right? We need something bigger. Yeah, we need something bigger for the equities to go down, like US-Iran war last time. If you remember that, yeah, how market reacted, specifically the safe havens, yeah, or maybe trade second phase of trade deal, which can drive the prices, uncertainty of that second phase deal, yeah, which can drive the prices aggressively lower, right? So you're looking for continuation on the Kiwi dollar, okay? Now let's go to the lower time frame. So sell setup was there, okay, for short to medium term. That sell setup is almost about to be over. That was there on the Telegram. And I have shown you that in the weekly market outlook, if you remember. So that trade is about to be over for sell on the Kiwi dollar, US dollar. Now time to look for the breakout. Okay, time to look for Kiwi to break up. Okay, so that's the correction which we were anticipating, the correction which we are having right now, right, on the Kiwi dollar, US dollar. So this correction, yeah, so this correction is underway. So short-term sell was there within that correction. Okay, now the correction to break out. Okay, and the next move to happen for upside, right? And that was the short-term sell. Okay, this is the short-term sell which is just happening over there right now. Okay, that, all right, and this correction we were anticipating, yeah, so about to complete the previous bottom, or over the trend line. Okay, this ABC move. Now you are looking for breakout, okay, for the next week. We'll show you the lower time frame as well. Okay, so price slowly can push lower the way it is doing right now, okay, before going to breakout. Okay, the 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 slower the price gonna be, the stronger the breakout we're gonna have for upside. Okay, the way price is doing there, it is corrective, correcting, okay, which is telling us that get ready for the next bullish move. Okay, on lower time frame, we were already expecting this to bounce off from the bottom, all right? That price bounced off because of the good CPI numbers, all right? But looks like that this is not going to continue to go more higher, all right? Yeah, you can see there, price is struggling to push more higher. So what you should do, okay, I'm gonna draw a slightly different pattern on it. All right, so there you are looking for. All right, this to break out for upside. Okay, let the price come down this previous bottom, or let the price form new low. So you're looking for this trade, right? That is your trade first, short term. Okay, and once price gonna come close to the trend line, watch it to break out for more upside. Okay, if breakout is going to happen, stay into the trade. Okay, next leg is going to come, stay into the trade. If not, take off your profit there, let the price push lower for one more drop, and keep repeating that. Okay, every time when price forming, testing the previous bottom or new low, you're looking for it to break up and continue to go higher. So your short term, your longer term target is far away, right? Your longer term target is far away. at the weekly high, okay? But you are looking for the price to go there, all right? So this breakout to go there, okay, up to 70. All right, this next bullish leg to continue to go up to $70. Okay, so this is going to be a good trade, all right? This is going to be a good move. We are not anticipating that drop, right? We are not anticipating that drop price to go lower back at the bottom. Very nice correction is in making on the Kiwi dollar US dollar, all right? So if it is going to change during the week, we'll see what's going to do next in the next weekly market outlook then, okay? But look for this to continue to go higher. This correction which is in making, that correction to break out or daily flag to break up. Aussie dollar US dollar to test the bottom, okay? Weekly chart reversal, daily time frame chart test the bottom and then go higher. All right, so this is the chart, okay? Reversal chart for longer term, and on lower time frame continue to go lower up to the previous bottom. All right, and this expanding triangle. Okay, so there's going to be a short-term sell. You can trade, but trade with care, all right? And test the bottom, and then reversal from the previous bottom or new low. We are not anticipating new low, but if so, we'll see. Okay, so you are watching this expanding triangle. Okay, breakout or retrace 100% of that impulsive move. All right, so we were there at the chief yen. So let's look at the chief yen. Okay, chief yen also started to draw. It went higher, you know, went higher than our expectations. We were expecting it to break that you know, correction in the previous weekly market outlook. Yeah, that slightly went higher. So you're looking for, you know, correction which is already there on lower time frame. All right, and continue to go lower, okay, and then drop. Okay, so that's the chief yen. Yeah, price is running nicely within the ascending channel. Correct there and continue to go lower, okay? And once price gonna test the trend line, correct and keep pushing lower, all right? Or bounce off from that trend line. Go higher and then drop. Okay, on lower time frame, the corrections which are already forming over there, just follow those corrections, all right? So form another one and continue the trend, all right? Continue the trend for the downside. All right, so form another one there. Okay, form another one and then continue the trend, all right? Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, so this Euro New Zealand dollar. So one guy is saying that this is guess. Okay, he's guessing. Jason saying that he's guessing. Okay, look at that guess. Okay, we guessed it from that top that the Kiwi gonna go lower. Euro gonna go lower against the euro. Yeah, look at that. Guess is working here. Our guess is working. Maybe your guess is not working. All right. So Euro New Zealand dollar is pushing lower, going back to the bottom, 160.64. All right. And in the previous weekly market outlook, WXYZ. All right, if you remember. So price corrected back to that impulse and pushing lower. Okay, so for the next week, correct. Okay, this flat formation. All right, flat formation and then continue to go lower. Yeah, or keep pushing the price back at this bottom and then again go back up. Okay, from that bottom. All right, and let's go to the to the lower time frame. Okay, so we were anticipating this to break down in the Thursday. I mean, during the ECB rate, the CN it broke out. Good CPI numbers also pushed this lower. And for next week, you're watching price action over there. Okay, so make sure when you're gonna go for buy, there is possibility that the price can break the bottom and can continue to go more lower, right? Because the trend is bearish, and maybe you're not gonna get that short-term buy on it. Okay, so trade with care, because the trend is bearish. So we're anticipating that the price is going to hold that bottom, and price going to reverse back within the sideways market or flat formation. Yeah, so I have shown you break up on the New Zealand dollar US dollar. Yeah, so break up there will drive the prices, will drive the euro New Zealand dollar lower. Okay, then you're not going to get that buy. Okay, this move is not going to happen. All right, but this is how you're going to look at the chart. Right, this is a risk-taking entry, slightly risky entry, but worth taking, all right, because price is coming close to the bottom at the previous lows, and you know, it is less likely that the price gonna fall like this, all right? It is very less likely that the price gonna fall. All right, so aggressive fall is less likely, all right? So go back up, all right, within the flat formation. So euro New Zealand dollar. So euro Australian dollar. Okay, so euro Australian dollar and Australian dollar US dollar is very much same. Yeah, so buy there for longer term on the Australian dollar US dollar and sell here. So on lower time frame we are having triangle. Okay, so triangle is in making, and this is what you are anticipating for next week. All right, so price to go back up and drop this trade. Okay, so if price test that's this previous high, you're looking for this trade. Okay, maybe you're not gonna get that one more up move and price gonna break the bottom and gonna continue to go lower, but this is not a worth taking entry. All right, so worth taking trade, yeah, risky trade, but this what pattern is, this is what we are having. All right, so what pattern is doing right now. Okay, so we can see next wave to the downside rather than testing top. Okay, so you can get into the trade from the current price as well for more downside, yeah, and break the bottom, but trade with care from the current price. Okay, but if price is going to test the top, the previous high, expand the symmetrical triangle, yeah, and that symmetrical triangle to break lower. CADCHF. Okay, CADCHF to keep pushing slowly back at the previous bottom and then bounce off from the bottom. All right, so that's the chart is very much clear. All right, and KiwiCAD, let's look at the 2-day chart. Look at this, another guess is working. Jason, where are you? Look at this, another guess is working. Okay, so don't know how you look at the market. So this breakout we were anticipating. All right, so the chart which I have just shown you, we were anticipating breakout. All right, that breakout happened, but the move is not so sharp over there. Okay, move is not so sharp over there. We are still within this correction, okay, which still can push lower like that. I mean, for another move down before going to continue to go higher. All right, so hopefully you remember that I was showing you a buy on it in the previous weekly market outlook from this previous bottom. Yeah, so for next week you are anticipating this to correct slightly bigger one and continue to go higher, okay, or test this previous bottom. this is a correction, okay? This is a correction which can break down before going to continue to go higher, all right? So we are not anticipating that this correction going to break down. I'm not anticipating that this correction going to break down, all right? So all right, so what I believe that the correction is done, okay? This correction is done and price is ready for the next move, okay? So Kiwi is ready for the next run, yeah, against the CAD, okay? So bottom, this previous bottom, keep eyes on that previous bottom for price to go for the next move, okay? And once price gonna complete that, right? So yeah, this is the wave to complete there. Okay, so when I'm showing you two arrows, okay, there you can see that the arrow is killed. Let me you know solve your confusion, okay? So there you can see that the arrow is very much clear, yeah? Price the one direction. So where I'm showing you two arrows, let's say the Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, yeah, maybe you are having confusion there. Let me solve your confusion. And next time it's gonna help you. Okay, there you can see that the arrow it is showing arrows both ways. Yeah, there is your confusion. Let me solve this issue. Okay, there you are having issue. Okay, so you're saying that I'm showing price that can go there, price can go there. Yeah. So let me draw this slightly differently. Okay. Let me remove that. Let me remove this. Let me remove that, and let me remove this. Okay. I cannot show you like that. All right. If I'm going to show you this, and you are going to take trade there, let's say this is your trade, okay? Let's say you are going to take that trade. That's your trade. This is very, very risky trade, all right? Very risky trade. Highly likely when you're going to take that trade, you're going to get stopped out on this trade, okay? The price is not at a place to take that trade, all right? Price is at a place where we can see a different pattern formation, all right? New pattern can start to form over there. New pattern can develop over there. So the previous pattern, all right, this pattern is completed over there. All right, this pattern is completed over there. Yeah, so if you go back to the previous weekly market outlook and you watch that, what I was showing there, I was asking you to guys, price is in a correction. Okay, let the price, yeah, let the price correct there and break, or let the price correct up to 786 or close to this top. Okay, and then start looking for sell from there. If you remember, I have drawn something like WXY there, and then continuation to the downside. Yeah, then the place to watch was there. Okay, to go for short on the Euro New Zealand dollar was this top when price was aggressively going down. All right, now that opportunity is over. Okay, price is already pushed lower. That has gone. Okay, but you cannot take this trade from this place. All right, you cannot take that trade from this place. If you're gonna take that trade from that place, highly likely you're gonna lose your money. You're gonna lose that money. Okay, now what you should do, all right, now what you should do, either you have to wait for the price to keep pushing lower slowly the way it is doing, all right, and correct. Once you're gonna see that correction, then you can start selling it again for more downside. Okay, you have to wait for that correction to happen, similar like that, similar like that, similar like that, or similar like that, then you can stop selling it for more downside. Okay, you cannot sell it at the current price. All right, so next possible pattern formation can be this. All right, price can hold that previous bottom and can go back up from that bottom. All right, another move can happen. I mean, we can see different pattern formation, the flat formation which I have just shown you. All right, so this formation. Okay, so rather than going after this trade, okay, rather than going after this trade, okay, which is very much risky trade, all right, this trade, you should watch price to hold that previous bottom. All right, so price action at the previous bottom, hold that. Okay, stop behind that, this trade. Okay, and once price gonna complete that pattern formation at that top, then again selling with the previous bigger trend to the downside. Okay, there are setups. Okay, there are setups within that, within the arrows which I have just shown you over there. There are setups. Okay, so you have to watch price action at this previous bottom. Once you're going to see that the price is holding, bouncing up aggressively for upside, time to go long and stop behind the previous bottom. This short-term opportunity. Once price is going to complete the pattern there, then again watching price action there, then going with the trend. Okay, going with the trend, that trend. All right. So that's the reason why I'm showing you two arrows over there. Hopefully you understand now. Okay, let me bring that structure again. Okay, this. So you have to go to the lower time frame. Price is still bearish, pushing lower. Yeah, no reason to go long at the current price. It is correcting, easily can push lower. Once price gonna test that bottom, you watching it. Okay, bouncing off. That's the timing to go long for short-term buy back at the top. All right. So that's the price action. So do what price tells you and not what you want to do. Okay, so the example is there on the Telegram, guys, on the dollar shift chart. So this chart, okay, look at this chart. This chart was strong bearish, right? So price was pushing lower. We were clear that the price gonna reverse. All right, price gonna reverse. Okay, we were anticipating this aggressive move to happen. Okay, and when that aggressive move started to appear, there you can see that clearly. This candle is very much different than the previous candles. All right, look at that. Okay, look at these areas. So this is completely different than the previous candles. All right, and then look at the next. All right, next chart. Okay, it was breaking and correcting and setting up for that. So that's the price action which was appearing over there for dollar shift to reverse for upside. So this is just an example, all right, for your understanding. So if you're gonna go back to the Telegram, you're gonna check the history. Similar thing I was showing you on the dollar shift just a couple of days ago. Yeah, the problem is that you guys don't remember. You guys forget it very quickly. Maybe you are new. Okay, when I was asking you to guys pay attention at the dollar yen for buy, right? And these areas. Okay, do you remember? This move happened over there. Okay, that the aggressive move happened over there. So that's called price action, guys. So price action And last week, if you in the previous weekly market outlook, what I was asking you to pay attention at the top and wait for that to happen. All right. So go back to the previous weekly market outlook. Watch. All right. So we were not having sell there. I was buying at 109,800. All right. I bought the dollar yen for this move. All right. I bought the dollar yen for this move. Now we are seller here on the dollar yen. Okay, I'm seller on the dollar yen at that area, right? So if I'm gonna go to the history, gonna find it out for you, then it will take some time. But let me do some quick check if I'm gonna get the dollar yen. All right, so if I'm gonna get the image quickly, then yeah, there you got. I got it. That's the other one. So that's the natural gas short. So it's all about price action, okay? So similar price action you are watching on the Euro New Zealand dollar. So guys, it will take a lot of time to search that image, the entry. All right, so in the entry which I have taken there, so I was trying to show you the entry there. All right, so we were not there, sorry, there at this area. So we are already short on the dollar yen. So that was the timing to go for a short on the dollar yen. That's what I was talking about last in the previous weekly market outlook, to look for from that top, right? Now this move is happening on the dollar yen for the downside. Now it's past. So similar way, you are confused, all right? Maybe you are confused, you don't see things the way we see, or you don't read the chart the way we look at the chart. That does not mean, we are doing, some guesswork over there, all right? So that's what you're looking on the Euro New Zealand dollar. Hopefully you got the answer, what to look for. Okay, so CADCHF simply buy KiwiCAD. We done that. Kiwi CADNOK, right? CADNOK. So CADNOK, same, almost same analysis like last time. We are looking CADNOK to continue to go higher, all right? Okay, we can see another move down. The correction is getting bigger, all right? So another move down. We can see breakdown of that correction before going to continue to go higher. All right, now again, you're going to see that there are two arrows. One arrow is showing break up, and the other arrow is showing that one more drop can happen. Yeah, maybe it is creating confusion for you. Okay, but once you can see that the aggressive move is going to happen there like that. Okay, this is not going to happen then. The correction is going to break down for one more drop. Okay, setting up for bigger correction. Right? So how price is going to react there? That's the question. Okay, where you should pay attention. Right? So it's nothing is fixed in this market. If you're gonna follow the fixed things, you are not going to reach to a point. All right? So you have to react according to the market. How market is reacting, how market is moving, you have to react to that, all right? Okay, so USDCHF test the bottom and reverse. All right, it is testing the bottom. And okay, again another example for you. Okay, this is what we were anticipating. We were looking for the USDCHF to go higher. But look at that, it's not going higher. Yeah, it's not going in the way we were looking for it to go. All right. So if we go to the lower time frame, we look at the chart somewhere there. Okay, they're going to be chart on the lower time frame. Okay, there. So there we were looking it to drop. Bigger time frame we were looking it to reverse. On lower time frame, we were looking it to drop, right? This move to happen, the move which is just happening now, right? So the move which we were having there, that was telling us that it is not ready for longer term reversal, right? It is not ready for longer term reversal. So let's sell it for short term. Once price gonna come at that bottom, we'll see how price gonna react over there for buy. Okay, now price is not reacting at that buy the way we want it to react. All right, so we're gonna watch this to push up to that bottom and then give us a buy setup over there. Okay, so if you're gonna stick to these buys, then not gonna read the price action, then you're done. All right, so push lower, test the bottom, and then go higher, or break out very, very aggressively. All right, and continue to go higher. That's the USDCHF. USDCAD. USDCAD is also longer term reversal, right? But short term, test the previous bottom or form new low. Okay, this is what we are looking. All right. Now there you can see that the direction is very much clear. Yeah, the bullish. The direction is bullish. We are looking it to reverse for longer term. Yeah, so if you're gonna get into the trade from 89.70, then you're done. All right, you're done. You're done trading. So this is the trend, right? So this is the trend. So short-term sell is going to be over there every time when price is coming close to these areas. These are the trades, short-term trades with this previous trend. And every time when price is coming close to the previous bottom or new lows, you are setting up for this bigger reversal, okay, where price going to go in longer term. So go to the lower time frame. Okay, so go to the lower time frame. So price still can push lower, right? And if you're gonna trade there within these areas for sell, you're done. Okay, if this is your trade, you're done. All right, you're done trading. Okay, so this shouldn't be your trade. Okay, this shouldn't be your trade. Now you should wait for the price to tag this previous bottom or go slightly lower, and this should be your trade. All right, or price to get back within the sideways market or the correction. Yeah, go there, and this should be your trade. Yeah, every time when price is coming within the range, within the ranges, you should avoid trading within the ranges. All right, every time when price is testing the boundaries of the ranges, you should pay attention for trading. Yeah, in simple words, I'm telling you. Yeah, we look at them as a correction. Okay, this is forming a correction. You can simply say that A, B, and C are expanding triangle. Price completed the correction there and pushing lower for one more drop. Yeah, if you are trading within these corrections, okay, I mean within that sideways market for upside or downside, you're done. Right, you're done. So you have to wait for the price to test the previous bottom or new low before you are taking risk. All right, or the previous top before you are getting into the trade. All right, so price is in the sideways. It can easily move either way. All right, either way, and can stop you out before going to continue. All right, so it is forming a correction. Okay, and you're waiting for it to tag the previous bottom or new low and go higher. So CHF. Okay, so CHF go higher. This is the chart. So next week you're looking for very much similar trade like the dollar, Kiwi dollar. All right, so price already bounced off, expanding triangle, and on lower time frame, this flat formation. Okay, so push lower, and you're looking for this to continue to go higher. Right, and dollar, Chinese yuan. Okay, that's the chart. Neutral on the dollar, Chinese yuan. All right, dollar, Hong Kong dollar. If you're trading on this currency, this pair, then let the price test the 70. Yeah, the peg rate is the 75.50. All right, 7.75. Okay, so very much same like the last time. All right, so shown you that in the previous weekly market outlook. So this is a pegged currency, trade with care. Yeah, so Hong Kong dollar was very strong, and that's what we were anticipating from top. Now you see that the drop happened from the top. Chart should be there on the lower time frame. Hopefully you guys have seen, you know, those charts. All right, so price held the 785, the peg rate. Now the peg rate is the 775. Price should hold that, should not break that lower. It is going to test very soon. All right, so 775. Yeah, 775 is going to be tested very soon. So watch it to go higher from that. NASDAQ 100 index. Okay, so we need correction. All right, they are pushing. All right, they are slowly pushing for upside. This is what you are looking for. All right, this is what you're looking for. At some point we're gonna have that correction, because the equities cannot keep pushing higher the way they are doing. All right, I mean, it cannot go higher. Yeah, the move is also not so strong for more upside, so it is going to drop at some point. All right, so we are going to see that at some point. But the trading, the setup you are looking at the moment, short-term buying. And when you are trading for short-term buying on the equities, then make sure you are using stop loss. Don't buy equities index funds at the top without stop loss. All right, let's go to the previous chart, and that's what you are looking. Okay, these are the short-term opportunities. You are looking at the index funds. All right, so short-term pullback is happening right now, and short-term buy. Okay, that's what we were anticipating last time. We got that short-term trade. Price went higher than 33. All right, so it went up to 40 on S&P 500, close to that top, so new high. So that's what you're looking, short-term buy. All right, short-term buy. So, but when you're gonna go for short-term buy, don't forget this. Okay, this is due. All right, so that's the reason you stop loss at the top. Okay, otherwise you can lose more if you're not going to use the stop loss than the money you are planning to lose. All right, so use stop loss for short-term buys on the equities. All right, so slightly push more lower, at least up to the trend line. Okay, and that short-term buy. All right, so I cannot show you the complete setup like that. All right, here in the weekly market outlook, but yes, I can give you a hint, okay, which you should watch. All right, these are the places you should watch. All right, for price to hold 50, 61 or 31. Same analysis on this. All right, S&P 500 daily time frame, we need a bigger daily pullback correction for more upside, which gonna drive the prices more higher. All right, so let's go to the past chart and let's have some old charts to look at that. All right, so many times I have shown you this chart, S&P 500. All right, this, and the last time we were looking for this to keep pushing higher. All right, when price was at the 3060, now price is at the 33. Yeah, gone above that 33. So at some point we need, slightly bigger correction on the equities. Okay, this, don't forget that. So we are not anticipating that this is going to correct up to the previous trend or trend line, this trend line which is just showing in the over there. All right, up to 32 you can see that again. So similar way. All right, let's go to the lower time frame. Okay, there you are having the previous move. All right, so we were buying last time. This is what the chart what I have just shown you. Okay, slightly push more lower and then go higher. Okay, these are the areas you are watching for it to continue to go higher. Okay, same analysis on the Dow Jones. All right, so you are expecting price to hold this 618. All right, or 786 and continue to go higher for short term buy. So your target should be the previous top then, right, or new record price. Okay, and don't forget that the bigger correction. Okay, this bigger correction gonna be over there. So this bigger correction means that take profit on time, right? The buy you're gonna go far from that top, take profit on time when price gonna fall aggressively from the top. Okay, I mean when if price start to fall aggressively from the top, take off your profit. All right, and keep trading for short-term buy on those dips. All right, so we were buying the yeah, S&P 500. Yeah, we were buying the S&P 500 there, all right, and even that's paused. All right, we were buying there, all these areas, but now we are expecting similar kind of correction. All right, this, okay, at which gonna push up short term for one more up move. Yeah, so short term one more up move. And gold, same analysis like last time. Gold slightly can push higher. Okay, it can tag this $1,600 again. It can tag this $1,600 again. We are longer term bearish on the gold, right? But gold is still not ready to drop. Gold is not ready to drop, right? Fundamentals are still not improving, and which are not letting the gold to drop. Okay, but our longer term structure is same. All right, expanding triangle. So if you are selling the gold, then make sure you are trading with care for the downside. Okay, and the short term buy is there, right? Short term buy is there on every time when gold is pulling back to the previous, these lows. But for next week, this correction which is just making, which is in making, all right, and that correction to break down. Okay, if that correction is not going to break down, then this previous top, all right, 1610 or $1,600 to hold. Silver, very much same like the gold chart. All right, so silver to break, all right, this ABC move to break and continue to go lower. All right, so again, trade with care on these safe havens for the downside. Okay, the risk is very much there for selling them. So bearish on the silver. And platinum. Platinum is still pushing for upside. Okay, we are expecting that the platinum still going to go lower for one more drop back within the 760 or 800 areas, right? $800 area. So this correction to break down. Okay, this correction, it is forming for upside. So this is what you are looking for next week. This flat formation to break down. Okay, this move to happen. Again, sell metals with care, all right? Trade with care on the metals. And palladium is still bullish. Palladium is not tradable. It's just keep pushing higher very, very aggressively. And copper, correct, continue to go lower or bounce off from the trend line. Right, so correct and drop, okay, or bounce off, correct, and go back to the top. It is bearish at the moment, guys. So if you are buying the copper, then trade with care, all right? So buy setup is not there at the moment. It can tag the bottom again before going to continue to go higher. Okay, so old chart is there. That's the old chart. We were expecting it to go all the way back to the top. All right, and the way it is going down looks very aggressive. All right, very aggressive. So maybe you're not gonna get this trade. Okay, we were anticipating that the price is gonna tag that and we're gonna get that trade. Maybe you're not gonna get the price there for selling, all right, and price gonna correct and gonna keep pushing back at the bottom. So if so, then again copper to go back up from 250. US oil. So WTI coming back at the bottom. All right, now once price gonna tag this bottom, looking for this trade. Okay, so buy. When you're gonna go for buy, breakdown is possible. Yeah, so bounce off on the lower time frame, bounce off, correct, go there. Okay, if you don't understand the bounce off which I'm asking you to look for at the lower time frame, then go to the examples. All right, the examples which I have just shown you. Try to understand those examples and then a trade. Okay, so it is forming a bigger correction. Okay, at some point this bigger correction gonna break down. Okay, either from current price, can go up to that low again in future. So OPEC countries are struggling to maintain the oil prices higher. Okay, so once oil gonna tag the low, right, watch it to bounce off, correct, and go back to the top. Right, so US oil is also very much same. All right, so US oil is also can push up to the previous low. All right, so US oil to keep pushing slowly back at the bottom, this bottom. All right, so this is far away, so from there to bounce off. Okay, but that's the structure. Price can push up to that previous low, up to 50. All right, and let's look at the Bitcoin and then we're gonna finish. Okay, short-term buy gonna be over there on them. All right, so on the German 30, once price gonna tag that bottom, you can see there. All right, so short-term buy, breakout and continue to go higher, similar way the way I have just shown you the US indexes. All right, and let's look at the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is chart you guys have just seen there. Okay, let's go to that chart first and then I'm gonna go to the lower time frame. All right, so there, yeah, so trying to break out. So that's the bigger time frame chart. Let's go to the lower time frame. All right, so one more drop. All right, so Bitcoin to drop one more time. All right, one more time, test the previous bottom or new low and then go higher. Okay, we are not anticipating breakup, right? So we are anticipating that the Bitcoin gonna go lower for one more drop back at the bottom. So watch it to go lower back at the bottom. So sell with care, all right? So others are sitting at the bottom. So that's it for this week. Is there any question? All right, so others are sitting at the bottom. Yeah, so still sitting at the bottom. No interest. People are not showing interest. Okay, but we are longer term bullish on them, all right? Is there any question? So German 30 is a short-term bullish. So again, when you are buying, then buy them with care. Okay, they are at the top, at the extreme price. And as I have just told you that the correction is due on the index US equities, then there are going to be correction too. All right, we are going to see correction too, like that. Okay, like that correction. So buying at the top only going to be for short term. Right, so continuation after that. So are there certain trading sessions you watch the forex pairs you trade to reach your expected levels? No, there are not, there are trading sessions. Yeah, so there are trading sessions you can see there on the forex factory. But we normally don't rely on these trading sessions, okay? But yes, price move, we see movement, all right? So we see aggressive movement, or we see volatility during these hours. All right, these are the hours where market moves quickly. All right, normally we see breakouts during these hours. All right, so we see breakouts these hours. We see aggressive, we see more volume when London and New York sessions overlap. All right, and during these sessions mostly we see corrections. All right, so the best timing to search the breakout during these hours. All right, if you are having corrections ahead of these hours, then those corrections to break out during these hours. All right, and we normally see high impact news during these hours. All right, from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Yeah, high impact news or news breakout during these hours. All right, so there is no certain trading sessions which we look for. Yeah, we look at the patterns. All right, patterns are more important than the than than these trading sessions. All right, okay, because on bigger time frame price moves slowly. We don't see changes on bigger time frame every day. So these trading hours, I mean, these trading sessions can give you a move in a day up to 200 pip move from the average movement in the forex currency. We see 100 to 100, all right, 100 pp's average move, all right, in a day. But when we see more than 300 or 400 pip move in currency market in a day, that means there are going to be something unusual, all right, or are going to be a big news which is going to move market in a day from 3 to 500 pip move, right? This is the 3 to 500 pip move is a huge move in a day, all right? So we normally don't see that move. We see that very rare, right? But we see, all right? That does not mean we don't see. We see. We see when we have uncertainties like Brexit. Yeah, last year, yeah, when we were having election result, pound was pushing aggressively higher. 5% strength was there on the pound, and pound went up 500 pips within seconds, all right, within seconds. So patterns, all right. So EUROCHF is pushing lower. We either another correction or break up that bearish corrective trend for upside. Okay, so by trend is bearish, we are trying. Counter. You are trying to counter the trend and buy. All right, break the trend. So palladium is very strong. All right. So palladium is not ready to do anything. Okay, if you're gonna, what you gonna do on the palladium? The question is, what you gonna do on the palladium? Palladium is really strong. What you gonna do? Either you're gonna sell or buy. All right. So if you're gonna buy at that top, at that high, it can drop aggressively at any time. All right, because price cannot keep pushing, cannot keep rising the way it is rising. All right, and the price is heavily manipulated. All right, highly manipulation. You can say that is on its peak at this area. Okay, so if you're gonna buy, it can drop aggressively within a week. All right, aggressively within a week. So if you're gonna sell, there is a risk that the price still can keep pushing very aggressively. So it's a very risky, metal to trade for either direction at the moment. Okay, volatility is at extreme level on it. Yeah, The reason is very much simple, guys, because the world is moving, world is focusing on the climate change, all right? Just look at your media, everyone is just talking about the the climate, all right? And metal, this palladium metal is being used in the catalytic, all right, which companies are using in cars, all right, which reduce the, I think, CO2 emission, right? And that's the main reason. Okay, it is being used in the catalytic converter, something like that, name called something like that. Yeah, catalytic converter, which reduce the CO2 emission, something like that. I maybe I'm not pronouncing the name correctly, but that's the reason, all right? That's the reason, and there are a couple of other reasons as well. We are not having enough supply in the market. Yeah, supply is not there, so price is shooting aggressively for upside. Yeah, so at some point you're gonna have enough supply, and price gonna fall very very aggressively to the downside. So I will suggest you to stay away. Wait for the very, very aggressive sell to come, then join the sell, or wait for the correction to happen and then buy for upside. All right. So NEO, what is that? NIO. Maybe we're not gonna have that here. NEO, there you got that. Is this the correct chart? Very cheap and volatile. So just recently, looks like that the recently listed. It's cheap, yeah, it's cheap. You can, if you are looking to buy for longer term, then I will suggest you to go. Yeah, go for long on it. But from lows, all right, from cheap prices, not from not from current price, all right? So you can see, another push lower before going to continue to go higher. Okay, it can test the $1 again, or maybe lower than $1, you can see. All right, but this is the trend, all right? The trend is this is the bearish trend. Okay, again, price can go under pressure, so you're looking for, it's cheap, man, it's cheap, all right? So let the price come close to the bottom or new low, and then you can invest it for longer term. All right, but will not suggest you to look for buy from the current prices. Okay, so at least this price, it is not going to rise within days. Yeah, it's new, will take some time. It's not Tesla. Okay, this is not Tesla. Let's look at the Tesla chart. Tesla is above 500. Right, and if you remember, then I was showing, continuation of that correction. Okay, at this area, yeah, when I was saying that let the price come within these areas and then this correction to continue to go higher. Okay, now you can see that it's just continue to keep pushing more higher. All right, yes, this is not sustainable. Okay, it is not sustainable. At some point we're gonna see again this. Okay, at some point you're gonna see again correction. Okay, correction. So that was the move, very quick and aggressive move. All right, guys, thank you very much for coming into the weekly market outlook. Hope you guys enjoy this, share this with others, and we'll see you back again in another weekly market outlook next week. All right, so thank you and bye bye.